this. My heart doesn't like, oh, no, it's my hand that does it. Hi, everybody. I'm Sammy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lindsay.
And welcome to everybody's favorite BL podcast,
BL Buddies.
Woo! So this is my last I Want You to Watch of season 2. And it was Cherry Magic.
The Japanese
version, because have they even announced when the Thai version is coming out yet?
They have
okay.
not.
Well, so I watched the Japanese version. I stole one of my husband's friends' Crunchyroll accounts.
Did you watch the movie? Is it on there?
I didn't see the movie. I didn't see the movie. It's
on
on Crunchyroll. I didn't. When I typed in Cherry Magic, the only thing that came up was the only thing that came up was the series. So we're gonna have to find it somewhere. But I literally told Danny, I'm like, if Zach ever questions, like, you know, why this is on there, just be like, yeah, well, you gave it to her. Like, what did you expect? So, first and foremost, I absolutely loved it.
I thought you
absolutely freaking adored it. And this is the first time I will say the main couple was my end all be all. Loved them.
Yeah.
And I remember us having a talk about this secondary couple.
Yeah. I said it's awkward.
It was awkward.
He's awkward.
He made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Awkward.
Like, he was like, there was a level of like just, I was confused as to his reactions to things and like, you know, all this kind of stuff. But I wrote my little thing here. Because in the last one was another Japanese one you had me watch, which was The Color Paradox.
Yeah.
And you had said that the intimacy thing is like not...
It's awkward.
It's very, like, there's either none or, you know, whatever, like the lack of it.
Yeah.
And in this one, very much so.
Yeah.
Lacked intimacy, you know, but in the spicy kind of intimacy.
Cute.
And I said, I was like, I think I wrote it here. I was like, I think by I think by the way I talk and what I read, a lot of people assume I want hardcore smut in all my BL dramas. And it's not true. While yes, I love that when it makes sense.
We've said
when
that.
It makes sense, I love it.
Yeah.
But don't force it
because
like
friend, you hated
exactly
that, right?
like don't force it because it's not going to be genuine. I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm not going to see the reason for it even being there.
Right.
With this, there was so much intimacy that was not, you know,
sexual.
The spicy, sexual, like all that kind of stuff. Like, I think one of the sweetest, I just like literally was like squealing like a fucking child was when, I'm not going to remember all the characters' names, but the two main characters, they're all out to dinner with the bosses and they play a game and they're like, we want you to kiss him. And he touches him, like, I think he either touches his shoulder or something, and so now he can read his mind.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he's going, I'm sorry, as he kisses his forehead. Just, I would have started crying. I mean, it was so sweet. It was so tender. It was just this. I
loved him.
Yes.
Because he just loved him so much, and he was trying to hide it so hard.
So much.
And I'm like, the amount of sweetness, I was like, okay, but...
Okay.
I miss stuff because I couldn't get over. Don't you think they look like Simpsons characters in The Office?
Because you were talking about their lighting?
The lighting.
I don't think I noticed it that much.
My brain noticed it so hard.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
Why are they this yellow? What did they do tone-wise?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever
noticed. It's because that's my
maybe. I didn't notice that because I forgot that this was the show that you had even mentioned that in. Which is funny, because, I didn't really catch that.
It didn't look natural. I was like, what? And it was always in The Office. I was like, why does their skin look like...
Yeah, maybe I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
Color?
And I'll have to go back and rewatch
everything had, like, this weird yellow hue in The Office, and I was like, they look like Simpsons.
I wonder if it's maybe because of the coloring of the office, because wasn't a lot of it orange?
Maybe
the
it's,
orange
like,
tones,
reflecting
like,
on
yeah,
them.
it caused
But I
like
was
this
like,
weird
what is
color.
this weird color? At first I thought their makeup was off, like it was just a weird shade. But I'm like, no. I'm like, there is something weird with the office coloring. And I think,
maybe it's the orange,
or it was just too
But
warm.
also, like, you didn't tell me, which maybe you just didn't, like, think about it, pay attention to it as much as I did. They work for a stationery company.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it.
The second I fucking like saw he's like talking, he's like obsessed with pens, and like their contest is like talking about like he makes these paper clips. I'm like, I love this. I didn't even need it to be a BL. Just talk about pens, bitch.
I mean, I feel
talk about the pens, talk about the paper. Like they were sales reps of all these, and I'm standing there. I'm like watching. I'm just like, am I gonna see these pens? Because I want to see these pens that they're making and creating, and like all this like paper stuff that they're talking about. Because it's.
And how about the second lead when he used his like mind to help the first lead with the boss guy to like, we don't know what he wants, and he just he like gently and he's like, I know what he wants. And I was like, oh
yes. I like I said, the main couple were absolutely amazing, but I wanted to slap the ever-loving shit out of him when he finally confesses to his love that he like can read his mind and that like he doesn't want to lose the power. So the man who loves him so much says, well, if that's the case, do you want us to break up? And he just goes, yes. You son of
and then
a
he realized,
bitch.
I think his reasoning was the power helped save him with the boss.
Yeah, it was multiple reasons,
but at the same time,
it was like, so selfish, and I was pissed. I was pissed because like I get why he like you said
he was trying not to be selfish, but he was.
It was a selfish, selfless thing to do because he wanted it because of he wanted to help the people around him that he cared about, but it was selfish because like.
He's getting rid of his love.
Yeah, he's like doing. It was just, oh god, that pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. But then also my question, and I don't think they ever really explained it. So he could like read people's minds, and he read the one girl's mind, his coworker, where she was saying something about how she like is different. What was exactly different about her?
I can't
Excuse me, I just burped. Because like so she ends up going to like leave the company or whatever because she wanted to pursue something else.
Right.
Like I was like, was that the thing that she was different with?
Is she the one who was asking him to pretend to be her fiance?
Yes. Yeah. But like I was like, oh, is she gay as well? And that's what I thought, but then they like never said that, and they never like brought that up, but then like the next thing you know, she's like she went to go study for something else. She was studying for a different job. So I'm like, was that what she meant by being different? Like, she didn't want to be there?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
Yeah.
That was like a weird kind of plot that I felt was confusing. And like left me questioning things. Okay, now I'm going to get into the second couple. I'm going to get into it.
He's so awkward.
So,
I warned you.
No, you did. At first, I liked them.
Yeah.
At first, I thought the concept was very cute.
Yeah.
Because, he's this writer at home alone. He orders all of this stuff.
Smut writer.
Yeah. He's a smut writer who's never gotten laid, which is great. But he writes all the whatever, but he like, he works from home. He took in the cat. What was the cat's name? Udon, because he found him in an udon box and whatnot. And, he has this delivery boy who, comes into the picture. And at first I think he didn't like him.
No, I think
because he had like, he didn't like him for a reason. I can't remember why.
He was
but then
cute.
Maybe, but then like the kid like snapped back at him about something.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, okay, they don't like each other. They're going to like butt heads kind of thing. And then when he realizes that the cat, like the delivery boy realizes that he has the cat that he had been seeing around town. He wondered where it had been. And he sees that, the writer has him. And at this point, he now has the power to read minds.
Yeah.
And he reads the boy's mind about saying, like, well, I'm glad he's in a good home. Maybe this guy isn't as bad as I thought he was. All these kinds of things. All of that was fine. All of that was great. I liked the way that they were building that relationship. And then the writer became the most, he made me so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. He made me uncomfortable.
Like, his acting?
Yeah.
Remember how I said Thai BLs, they overact like shit? This singular man overacted every freaking thing he did, said.
They probably made him.
And that's horrible, because the rest of, but like, that doesn't make, here's what doesn't make sense to me. Every other person
in the show
was so well acted.
Right.
Everyone else was so, like, you got the emotions without having to overact.
Right.
You understood their feelings. You grasped how they were feeling without this overacting. And then this guy comes in and fucking just yells all of his emotions. He yells, like, you know, all these things. Then he, like, gets down and starts, like, bowing to apologize for whatever his overreaction, and like, is yelling at this kid about how much he, like, loves him, cares about him, whatever. I was so uncomfortable with him. And I don't get how he went from, you know, this quiet, like, you know, just, like, stoic man to this screaming, bumbling, baffling idiot.
I think it was them trying to emote an introvert, like, realizing that they need to actually talk to someone about their emotions. And I think he just, like, exploded.
But even the other kid didn't really know how to show his emotions, and he showed it better than that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it was,
I think they
and that was the other
wanted
thing.
him
Like,
to
they
be
were
awkward.
I mean, you could be awkward without
and not
being
uncomfortable.
Like, yeah, like, he just made me uncomfortable, and I was just like, I didn't like how, like, what 180 he took. When, like, this all kind of happened.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Thai BL is going to take his character.
Another thing was he, you know, they get this power when they stay 30, and when they turn 30 and they're still a virgin. That man looked well over the age of 30. I'm like...
And he's not.
In real life?
In real life.
Shut up. That dude looks well over the age of 30.
I think they just made him look that way.
And, you know, like, I sat there going, you look like you're in your late 30s. Like, pushing 40. Like, I no offense to the actor, but, like, he just didn't look young enough to be playing a 29-year-old turning 30. And then, you know, the young kid almost looked too young. But again, he wasn't too young because he was out of college. So he was in his early 20s.
Right.
So, like, the age gap wasn't massive in the reality. However, in the way they looked and the way they presented, I thought there was almost like a 20 or 30 year age gap in them, you know, like that kind of thing. I'm
looking him up.
Yeah. I didn't like, this is my one, I was butthurt about it, was that the side couple got more kisses
than the main couple.
And I mean, their kisses weren't even that great. There was literally like a peck on the lips or whatnot. Yeah, it's Japanese.
Shockingly enough, Japan came out with yaoi, and they're far behind Korea and Thai.
You say that, but I think it was like, and I agree with you in the ones that I've watched that you've suggested 100%. But, like, the more recent ones,
they're getting better.
Oh my god! Like, okay, the one I think I told you about it, the, like, where they have the 10 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord Jesus Christ! Like, I needed holy water dumped on me for watching that.
Okay, so he is literally 30
now, and that show came out.
He was born in 92.
Wow. Yeah. No.
So,
he looks older.
in 2020 he was 28.
Yeah. Okay, so 29. He was around the actual age of the character. Whatever. But he doesn't look
that old.
Oh yeah, he looks way younger. They did him dirty. They did him doing. Okay, that's speaking of doing
really
people
attractive.
Dirty. Yes, doing people dirty. Sky. No. Payu's brother, twin brother.
Oh, they made him old.
Oh my God, Love in the Air. I can't think right now. They made him look so old that
I thought he was his older brother.
We thought he was his older brother. It comes out to be a twin. Now that boy, the actor of the brother, is he's coming out with a BL. And I was like, this kid looks really familiar. Like, why do you look so familiar? And I had to look it up. And I'm like, oh my God, he's Safai. He's Payu's brother. And I'm like, he looks so good. He looked so much. I'm like, yo, you did that man so dirty with that freaking goatee beard thing you had him have.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You did him dirty because he looks so good. And like looking at these pictures,
I think Yuta looks better with black hair.
Oh my God, yeah. Holy yes, absolutely. Oh my God. He looks beautiful as a woman too.
Oh yeah.
Hot damn. So he's very cute. How old is he? He looks like a
24.
child.
24.
Okay.
He looks like a child.
But so when that came out in 2020, he was like
17.
17. Yeah, so he was a child.
Yeah. No. He was 21.
20, okay.
He's 24.
So he played the age that he was supposed to be. Also, him being a top was kind of I was like, I mean, I see it, I get it, I understood it, but also I was like, oh,
they switched
he just said what he said? Because he said something about, like, I'll be gentle. Yeah. And I went, sir, okay. Sir. Okay. All in all, yes, I absolutely loved it. I really did. Honestly, if they just needed to fix that second couple with the acting of that man, and I think I would have probably I probably would have picked them over the main couple
if he wasn't
so awkward, if he wasn't so extreme, if he wasn't the way he was, unfortunately. Right. But in the end, the main couple, freaking adorable, loved them, and
well, they're all pretty much their age.
That's nice. The one coworker that was like the younger boy who was friends with the dancer. I loved him.
He was hilarious.
He was so funny. He was so cute. He was like that perfect comedic break you needed in between all the things, but like made the biggest cock block I've ever seen in a person. Yeah. Like cock block exemplified in that kid. But yeah, like I genuinely, it was a really good show. I do want to see. I want to find the movie. I want to see where the heck this movie is. I'm also excited to see how the Thai one comes out. Thai one works its way because I really did enjoy it. I think it was a really good story, and I just felt it was so sweet, and so wholesome, and I loved that like you know, I think I put it on one of my comfort BLs where it would 100% just be cute on in the background while I'm doing whatnot, because I genuinely enjoyed it.
I thought you would.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. I said the relationship was amazing. Here's the first show where I say the second couple just wasn't it for me. The idea I liked in theory, but the acting is what had me literally cringe while watching. The younger boy was cute, but the man who was playing the writer, bruh, made me constantly uncomfortable. First, he looked way older than 30. Second, the acting was so bizarre. Like, at first, he just seemed quiet, kept to himself, but then started yelling and bowing. It was really weird.
I actually kind of want to look up the manga because I wonder if he is that
maybe he is like that, yeah, and they like...
If anyone's read the manga, let us know. Is he actually that emotive in the manga? I have to find the manga and read it.
And I said this show is one of those that we didn't really get a kiss from the main couple, but I still squealed, kicked, and got my hand pulse. So I have this thing where, you know, like how people say their heart clenches? Like, no, my hand does that. Like, my pulse in my hand, I feel it, and I, like, know that I'm, like
there.
Yeah, so, like, I have this, I call it a hand pulse. I should call it a hand clench, but it's not, like, my hand doesn't clench, but it's, like, this, my heart doesn't, like, oh, no, it's my hand that does it, and I, like, know that I'm having, a reaction to the show and the episodes, because, like I said, that couple was just so fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I just, God, like you said, he was so in love with him
for years,
yeah. And like he It was so cute. I loved it.
When they hid the stuff in the drawers.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, where he's like, who got him this? Or who'd he get this for? And it was for him. And then he got him the spicy chocolate, and he was, like, dying. He's like, oh, no, it was good. I mean, literally, their love was so pure and so sweet. You can't tell me different on that. I loved it. I love Cherry Magic. I 100% suggest it as a watch if you haven't watched it. If you have, what are your opinions? I'd love to hear what you think. If you agree with us, disagree with us, all that fun stuff. Again, I'm gonna say it again because I feel like people say things all the time, like repetitively on YouTube and podcasts. We started a coffee page. I always feel awkward talking about it because I don't want to I'm not begging you for your money. Right. Like I don't expect you to donate to us. You don't have to donate to us. But the money will be going towards creating the content from us that you want to see. Mm-hmm. So, it helps. But again, you don't have to do it. All the links for our socials are in everywhere, so you can find us everywhere basically. And hopefully we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Bye guys.